Hey guys, Trevin here, Gear Shift Garage, and we're back again with the golf cart. I received a message from one of you guys who said that he watched the video of our part 1 fail and said we are plumbed wrong. I had this plumbed for propane, and he said that in fact this thing needs to be plumbed for gasoline. So after taking a look at the build manual and everything else, I realized sure enough, the parts that they sent are for gas, not propane. So we've converted it over to gas, and we're gonna get ready to try it. So just ran a little fuel pump. It's got its own little on and off switch. We're just gonna suck it right out of a gas can. We're gonna use a ball valve as our flow rate, and we're gonna see if we can't kick this thing off and get going down the road. Okay, here we go. Test take 1. What? Park brake. Park brake's on. So as you guys can see, things aren't working very well by now. The guy that hit us up, Grez from Switzerland, reached out to me on Instagram and sent me a blueprint and said, hey, this is never going to work. You're using a cheap diaphragm fuel pump. You need to use something that's a high GPM as well as high PSI, like a fuel injection fuel pump. I replumbed it. We came up with a way to drop it into a 5-gallon bucket, got all the plumbing, and essentially what happens is you have a return line, and in the return line you install a valve. That's your gas pedal. So if that valve's totally open, it's allowing fuel to go back to the tank, lowering your pressure, and you can close that and increase more pressure to the nozzle. I was running 2 psi out of the other one. This one is 70 psi with a 30 gallon per minute spec on it. So it took me hours to figure out what pump to use. Of course, no one in town carries a pump like that. I ended up going to Napa and getting one out of a mid-90s Chevy fuel injection, early Vortec pump, and then I was able to solder on some connectors. I just dropped it down into the tank. 15 trips to town for one 10-minute little project. So I'm using a leaf blower to try to start this, and I was just informed that it's easier with compressed air, 116 pounds, and a little pss, pss. Well, my little pss, pss blew up when I was trying to blow out my sprinkler system for the year. So now I need to run to the local Napa and see if they've got a pss, pss, so I can start this thing. So here we go, another 40 minutes wasted to try to find more parts. Going in. Oh no, it can't go any further. Air, fuel. Air, fuel. Well, needless to say, we never got it started. So I'm going to keep at it. I have a feeling that something in the geometry is off. Maybe our tube's too narrow, too long, too short, something. I'm going to continue to work with our guy in Switzerland and see if we can diagnose and figure this thing out. So, that being said, please enjoy this montage of jet popping noises from a failed attempt.